In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a basic LED circuit being powered by a battery pack. So we're going to start with a breadboard. A breadboard doesn't really do anything magical, but it does hold the wires in place for us. In terms of our circuit, the little horizontal rows here are connected. So everything, for example, in row 1 is connected, row 2 is connected. They're not connected across the gap. These are different rows. And then vertically, everything in this column is connected and everything in this column is connected. It's blue and it's red, but there's nothing magical about it. This is not really blue and this is not really red, but they are connected vertically. So we always start our circuit. We're going to go from power through a resistor to slow down the current, through an LED to light it up, and then back to ground to finish the circuit. So let's start with the first part, which is power. So here's my battery pack. I put my batteries in. It should work whether you have AA or 9 volts. I'm going to start with the power end. So that's this red wire right here. I'm going to make my circuit in a short row because it's going to be a lot neater. So you can pick any of these rows. I'm going to do mine in row 6. So I plug my power into row 6. So now row 6 is powered. So I've got power. The second thing I need right now is my resistor. That's going to slow down the current so it doesn't burn out my LED. Now your resistor has 2 legs. I'm using a brown, black, brown one. It doesn't matter which side you put it in first, doesn't matter which leg, but I do need to start in row 6 because right now that's where power is flowing in row 6. So I'm gonna stick it anywhere in row 6. It doesn't need to be in the hole next to it. As long as it's somewhere in row 6, it's fine. Now we always have to finish in a different row. We can't finish in the same row. So I'm just gonna jump the gap here because it just makes a nice, neat circuit. And I'm gonna finish in a row across. It doesn't matter which one. Now I've got power through the resistor, and now I need to go through my LED to light it up. Your LED has 2 legs, a long leg and a short leg. Mine's bent because it helps me put it in, but it doesn't have to be bent. The long leg, in this case the bent leg, is always facing the power side, and the short leg is always facing ground. So I'm going to put the long leg into the row that's now powered up. In this case, it's the row where the last resistor is, and I'm going to end it somewhere. I'm going to end it in row 9. Let's do it here. It's not going in so well. Go on in, there we go. Doesn't really matter where you end it as long as it ends in a different row. So now if you can see my circuit, I've got power. In that same row is my resistor. Doesn't have to be next to it, but it's in the same row. Resistor leg ends in a different row. And then my LED starts in the same row that my resistor ends. Hope you can see that really. Starts in the same row that my resistor ends because right now this row is powered up. And then my LED ends in a different row. So I've got power through resistor, through the LED, and I just have to finish my circuit. Circuits always end at ground. So I'm going to take the black wire and I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to end it in the row that my LED stopped at. So in my case, it is row 10, and voila, it turns on. Doesn't stay so well, but it definitely turns on. And there's my complete circuit from power and back to ground. Nothing starts or stops in the same row.